Hello, crazies, it's me, CrazyNoc! And it's me, Big Forehead. We're gonna get straight into a video, and I'm gonna explain what I think we can all agree on to be objective things that need to be in Multiversus on relaunch. No questions asked. And we're gonna start off by naming my 4 top things, and we're going to subcategories. The first thing, not in order, this is all equally important, is going to be matchmaking. And number 2, we'll get into these later. Number 2 is going to be progression. Very important. Number 3 is going to be optimization. It's definitely needed. It's definitely needed. I'm slamming my desk because, you know what? I'm just... I'm excited and I want things to happen. And number 4, last but not least, we got to get characters. Characters. These are the top 4 things that we need in Multiversus. Without question, I'm wrong. There's no questions asked. I don't care if you think it's an opinion. It's right. It's right. Jeff, isn't it right? He's gonna make sure that I'm right. I'm not making things up. All right, I promise. What does matchmaking need? What does it need to be successful? All right, what does that mean, huh? What, you just want to have more unbalanced matches? Is that it? Is that how it works? No! Okay, you have to have beautiful matches. And that comes with skill-based matchmaking. I know there's controversy in Call of Duty, but this isn't Call of Duty, right? Who cares about that community right now? When we were talking about Multiversus community, the beautiful, sexy human beings, all a part of this community who are excited about Multiversus, who are excited what Tony and all the developers have to offer this fucking, Christmas and Game Awards. We need skill-based matchmaking for the casual player. You turned out the lights, now I'm paralyzed. The new player, to make it so they stick around and have a great experience. You need a casual mode, but you still need skill-based matchmaking to prevent the sweats going in casual and absolutely dominating, tying them up, putting a little rubber ball in their mouth. I know it's too far. I agree. You got to prevent that because I want new players to have a great experience with the game and not get fucking rolled by me, #1 Superman. That's no fun for anyone to join in a new game and get destroyed so you can't even learn how to fucking play or do anything. Casual and ranked. Hopefully the ranked mode will take away the sweats, most of the sweats, and put them in the ranked mode where they belong. Sweat your mind off and climb the rank! Leave the poor casuals alone! That is very important to retain the player base. And that's also retaining the sweaty no-lifers, including me, to be playing ranked mode and climbing. And it has to be balanced. You don't want to, even with that, you want to be going against someone your own goddamn skill level to have a good match. A nice, good, sweaty, clean match. Oxymoron, sweaty, clean? Doesn't make sense. So I need to slap myself in the face. Makes sense! I'm making perfect sense. I don't know why I slapped myself in the face. That was just uncalled for. With that, I'm going to put it in matchmaking. We need new maps. That's kind of all together. New maps for casual and new maps for ranked. To have like a clean maps for rank, so that way it's just pure skill and not get Scooby-Doo roofed. Thank God we're playing the no roof. And honestly, with matchmaking, that is it. That's all you need for matchmaking. It's pretty simple, but yet effective.
We'll also be reworking the progression system.
Number 2, progression. There's a lot more stuff that you could be putting in here that I think that is needed, absolutely needed. Not in order, by the way. We're gonna start with campaign. I think it's an absolute necessary thing that you need campaign in this game. It's just no question for a new player to come in. Oh, do I want to join? Maybe you want to join a couple casual matches, or do you want to join ranked and get fucking butt slammed over and over? Oh wow, #1 Superman. Oh wow, Superman, you're such a cool character. Fuck! No, they're gonna quit. How? I'm not even in front of you! Fucking 2 bars. Is that how you win games? Yeah! Campaign is a great way to add a safe place to... where's the dial-up sound? A campaign is a great place to start, to learn your characters, to get a feel for it. Have a lot of fun. Just experience what the game has to offer a little bit. See if you like it. Like I said, a safe place. A safe place. That's important. And I think it should have a one single player mode and maybe in a 2-player mode, because you know when you want to play with your friends and it'd be cool to experience that with someone. Obviously you have other modes, mini games and casual. Now this might be controversial a little bit, but I think it needs a battle pass.
Crazy, what are you talking about? Oh my god, I'm a unsung, you freaking piece of shit! You remember we did all this battle pass, you fucker!
Settle down. Let me read my notes. Okay, I have notes. The battle pass did suck, but if you do it right, you do it good, it's just another small way for the progression to be had. And I think the best way to do it is you buy the battle pass once, you earn enough Gleamium. Sweet goddamn nectar of the Gleamium. If you complete the battle pass, you get all that Gleamium to buy another battle pass next season. But with that said, you need to have the battle pass easier to complete with some a cool like legendary skin reward, but that's getting into, you know, nitpicking it. But I think it's just another good way. It just cannot be the only thing that you use. The next one is mini games, and I think that's absolutely necessary for this game. I'm not going to go into detail what kind of mini games that you need, but could be a lot of different options, and that's why it's needed. You can have so many different options to make the gameplay exciting and fresh to play, taking a break from all the sweat. Isn't that right? Not to mention our sponsor, hydration. You can just pour the water right on your lips, right on your tongue, right down your throat. And this is a very big one. I believe you need to have leaderboards. How they implement the leaderboard and for what modes, that's up for discussion, but I think it is necessary, absolutely. I will add, it definitely needs to have rewards. I think that's the whole point, is because it encourages you to go look up who's on the top leaderboard and gets, you know, involved in the community, and then you get a reward like a skin or something at the end of the season. Borderline subjective, but I believe it needs a mode like Boss Rush. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 has done a lot of good stuff with the PvE content, and I think the Boss Rush is an amazing addition. It should be a hard mode to get a valuable skin. And that's really what I have for progression. Campaign, mini games, battle pass, leaderboards with rewards. You need ways for the player to stay in the game without sweating their ass off. Okay, is that fair, Jeff? Right, because Jeff sucks at the game, so we'll see what his thoughts are.
Yeah, I think that's right, man. I think that's right, because I fucking suck at the game.
See, he sucks. And at least you admit it, okay? I appreciate that. Appreciate that. That's very noble of you. Optimization, you definitely need your netcode fixed. They've already announced that, though. That's a no-brainer.
Along with an updated netcode and more matchmaking improvements.
Hitboxes and hurtboxes, they need to be adjusted. Improving the netcode will help that, but they just definitely need to be adjusted. A thing that they could do that I've done a little bit of research on is rollback netcode. I was learning a little bit about it, but it basically, on bad connections, like if there's a 45 millisecond delay between the characters, so they're not on the same ping, 45 millisecond delay, as an example, they would predict what you're gonna do. They would predict it. It would just predict like, oh, this guy's walking forward. Okay, this, and then it's predicting 45 milliseconds ahead. This probably guy is walking forward. So that way it's always in sync. But then the rollback, if there's mistakes where it's like, whoa, you randomly just jump, it might be assuming you're still running forward, which is fair. But then it rollbacks the walking to be like, oh shit, you're jumping. It's very confusing, but it seems like I've heard it's a really good netcode. There's also been like peer-to-peer or something to where it only finds you with, it matches you with people on the same ping. So I'm not a developer. I have no fucking clue what would be the best option. I just did a little research myself. I believe it needs a replay system in the game. The game is quite simple, but a lot is happening inside that simple game. So it's really helpful for a replay system to go back and see what you did wrong, how to improve, like for content, to record your gameplay, making montages, like all this cool stuff. That's very helpful, and I think it's definitely needed. Another thing, I think it needs lab updates to be able to 2v2 in lab. The lab have a lot more options, slowing things down. Or they did this in NASB too, where it actually shows the frames. I thought that was extremely cool. It didn't even occur to me that would be a thing, but I think it's absolutely needed to show you where the hitboxes and hurtboxes are, and like the slowing down the frames. I think the lab updates should have a lot more options. Another thing is to be able to save your spectating games. And the last but definitely not least, we're going to talk about characters. Schmaracters. This is hard to be definitive and objective about this, but I believe a good start would be 5 new character releases on the relaunch. And I'm not talking about freaking characters, another goddamn Stripe or Gizmo. They're cool and all, but I'm talking about iconic characters like Joker, like Ben 10 is very wanted, like Lord of the Rings character. Things that are very well known among the community that will keep players hyped. And like I said, earnable skins. And that's really all you need. I'd say you need a good variety of like the mage, the brawler, and all the different types. You don't want to keep releasing one of the same one. But that's nitpicking in it. How many times have I said nitpicking? Huh? Ah! How many times? How many fucking times are you counting?
I think it was like 3 times.
Only 3 times. We're good. The last thing I have to say, combining all these top 4 needed additions to the game, you have to have a live service continuation of the game. You have to continue to improve the matchmaking, you know, add seasons with new battle passes and a new reset the ranking, you know, add character buffs, nerfs, and a slight balancing. You have to add the character skins, new cosmetics, earnable skins. You need to add events, keep the players interested, and always like, oh shit, I need to get on and get this, you know. Same with the battle pass. But with that, crazy, that basically sums up everything that I believe is needed that we can all agree on. Let me know if you have any options on what is absolutely needed on the relaunch for it to be successful for years to come. I'll be making a video on what I want to see, what I think would be amazing in the game, but not an absolute necessity. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna do it for me, crazies. Thank you so much for all watching the video. Thank you for being supportive on the multiverses subject and just all multiverses in general. It means a lot to me. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed and you're watching this far. It really means a lot. And if you already are, thank you. But with that, I say good night and goodbye. Goodbye, crazies. We'll see you next time, crazies. I love you, crazy.